And welcome back to the show. Food is a complex issue with other societal conditions, such as employment, health, environmental resilience, education, and housing. And with many Bronx families choosing between their next meal and having to pay their rent, New Settlement's Community Food Action's vision is an alternative food system by and for communities, nourishing people and supporting community development, climate protection efforts, as well as quality of life. And sharing more details about it is the Director of Community Health at New Settlement, Gus Stavroulakis. And Gus, good to have you.
Good to be here.
Yeah, and food insecurity is huge, and I want to thank you for the work that you're actually doing. And for some people who aren't so familiar with your organization, why don't you just bring us up to speed?
So I'm part of New Settlement Community Center, and kind of some of the things that we do is we developed as a tenants' right organizations and it grew from there. And specifically where I work in with community food initiatives and community health initiatives is what we kind of plan on doing is address health needs within the community, and as far as food issues within our Mount Eden and our neighboring communities, and addressing the issues that come along with those.
Yeah. Share with us a little bit about what you're seeing in your area, because we know that food insecurity is huge and definitely has been more highly exacerbated because of COVID-19. What are you seeing from your perspective?
So from my perspective, I definitely do see a lot of people and the need for having access to fresh produce, and within the community of lacking resources to buy produce as well too. So what we try to do is twofold, and when it comes to food insecurity, is one is address kind of the access to food and help distribute free resources for food, either it be with our health and wellness pop-ups where we provide fresh and healthy produce brought by Grow NYC, and then with our farm stand, what we try to do with our farm stand is provide another alternative options to the supermarkets and the bodegas, where individuals that are SNAP and EBT recipients can use their benefits at the farm stand so they can buy fresh produce. And what we do is we partner up with the Department of Health and Department of Agriculture to also help subsidize the expense of those produce by using either health bucks or farmers markets checks as well too, to help kind of lower the cost of fresh produce.
Yeah. And from what I understand, you also have a youth-led farm stand. So talk about the impact that you're having, not just with adults, but really reaching the youth population.
So kind of the approach that we use and we look to is kind of meet where people where they're at, and one of those is the youth and younger individuals, and kind of develop them into future leaders. And so we use that with our farm stand as far as bringing them in either with different programs that we're associated with, and bringing them in and having them kind of run and manage the farm stand, either it be kind of taking like processing payments and setting up the farm stand, taking down the farm stand, and dealing with customers. These are a lot of skills that is going to be need to be developed in later on in life. So having a safe place and a place where you can mentor and encourage young youth to build those skills is an important place, and something that we believe that we want to develop.
Yeah. And so as the farm stand is out there, there's good food that's available. What are some of the things that, I should say, some of the fall foods that people can really take part in?
So potatoes is a big one right now. And right now, a lot of our winter squashes are coming in. So if people like squash, they can come by and buy some squash. Collard greens right now, braising greens, collard greens is a big thing that we're trying to sell. And yeah, so like our farm stand definitely highlights seasonal produce and seasonal food. So during the summer months, if you want to come, if people come during the summer months, I know it's past, but we'll have like a lot of like grapes, strawberries, peaches, pears, things like that. And then it's definitely kind of like our model is seasonal and local. So if we can grow it within this tri-state area, we're going to be able to sell it within the tri-state, within our farm stand. And so right now, some of the, like I was mentioning earlier, some of the produce that we're selling right now is apples is a big one. So you can, if you want some nice fresh apples from upstate, we'll provide those. And onions, potatoes, garlic, and yeah, like I said, collard greens is a big one too.
Yeah. And when we talk about the fact that these foods are available, the public really coming on and taking part in it, how much are you seeing more of the public actually come out and really take part in this? Because we know a lot of people are staying home, but a lot of people are really looking out for and desiring to have fresh produce and fresh food.
Yeah, so from what we found is kind of during the fall seasons and stuff, we have a lot of individuals coming by and wanting it. And this is a safer alternative, especially when it comes to if you're not comfortable going into a supermarket because of the closed space. We're in an open environment where there's a lot of air exchange, so it's going to be safer to kind of buy produce in this open air environment. So we've actually seen a lot of individuals with last year and then this year kind of being an alternative to buy fresh produce from the supermarkets, because within the Bronx in this area, a lot of the supermarkets are smaller and more compact. And so now that they have a place to go shop that's open and more spaced, people seem more comfortable.
Yeah. So if you have if I have a parent that's out there watching right now and they say, listen, I heard about the youth-led farm stand. How can they become engaged if a parent has some youth that may want to be connected to the group, to your organization, I should say?
So yeah, so a few of the things that we've kind of partnered up with summer youth, and we've hired individuals from the summer youth program. And so you could always come to New Settlement Community Center and reach out to me directly if your children are interested in kind of developing these skills and kind of work. It is a seasonal job. So, and then we are kind of wrapping our season in November. So if parents want to get their children involved, usually around July and August, kind of reaching out to us is a perfect time to get involved. We also have a pantry as well too within the community center that we highlight. And if we're always looking for volunteers to help staff it as well too, to help distribute food to the public as well too. So yeah, just coming by New Settlement and asking for me, and we'll definitely be able to help them facilitate.
Well, certainly, I want to thank you for coming and sharing with us here on the show. It's been great having you, and continue the great work that you're doing over there at New Settlement.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Gus, I want to thank him. Now, listen, if you want more information, don't hesitate to visit the website at newsettlement.org. Again, newsettlement.org.